Good morning, my little modifications. Afternoon, whatever. Oh, today, huh? Ah. Well, they managed to find the little RPG sequel to Wanpaku Graffiti. What's Wanpaku Graffiti? Well, it's a chibi platformer version of Splatterhouse that was made for reasons best known to the lunatics at Namco. And they made an RPG sequel for it. Don't know why. And then they didn't release that RPG sequel. Don't know why. And then someone found it. And so it's out there, it's in the process of being translated, thank the gods, because I do really want to play that. And so yeah, today we're going to look at Wanpaku Graffiti. There was a ROM hack also made of it that turned a Rick into Ash, which I think there's probably a lot of overlap there, just in general. I'm kind of curious, when did it come out? Can't remember. I mean, I do know that, like, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 did make a dent on Japan. Like, there's like a Japanese real low-budget horror film. I'm trying to remember the name of it, because the actual name's insane. It's like Bodybuilder in Hell or some shit like that. It's kind of like, it's not like a rip-off of Evil Dead, but it's got vibes. Splatter World. Good job, Kamet. Why are you here? Get back to work. I want it now. Just farting around with me. This is a waste of time that you could be helping with the translation, or at least bullying the people doing the translating into getting more work done. I don't know. My management style has been described as unique. Okay, where the fuck are we? Down, down, down. Come back. There we go. Okay, so we'll start with, the House of Splatter. I do just want to take a moment to just marvel at, like, NES box art. Like, they just used to go fucking nutso, you know? Like, it's the polar opposite of, like... I mean, that's solid, but, like, I will say, fucking the Monkey King is just not focused there. I mean, even that's insane, but that's like, you know... I think that's Golgo 13 for some reason. As much as there's been kind of, you know... I do love the Western airbrushed on the side of a van versions of, like, the Japanese covers, you know? I want to see some game art that actually looks like that. That's definitely looking like more of the Japanese cover. I didn't even know there was a NES version of Shinobi. Quality stuff. Alright, it's enough piss farting around. Cause, like, you know, Splatterhouse is pretty serious. Like, it's got a B-grade horror veneer to it, but, like, you know, I wouldn't think of it as, like, comedic in any way, shape, or form. You know, there's no self-aware, laugh at itself, B-grade quality to it. And they just do, you know, they'll just do stuff like this. It's just... Now, I have played this before. I'm pretty sure I played... It might have been the Evil Dead. But I do remember this as being kind of like, you know, bastard hard. Like, it's a fuck you, we've got your money Nintendo game. Well, I mean, like, there was a similar thing in the West where, like, you know, they'd take an R-rated movie. And I don't mean R-rated for, like, I don't know, Jesus references or something weird. Like, you know, one of the weird, like, supernatural themes or whatever the bullshit. I mean, like, R-rated because there's some shit in it. And then they'd go, alright, let's make that a kid's show. You know? I mean, RoboCop I do sort of understand because it does, you know, it's Robot Cop. Half of kids' shows were that anyway. But, like, Toxic Avenger becoming Toxic Crusaders is still something that just... Like any trauma movie. It's another fascinating thing about the relationship between, like, you know, the precise dials of what makes horror. You twiddle them a little bit, and suddenly you just have a goofy comedy or just a goofball kids show. So I suppose they gave, like, fucking, what's his name, John Vasquez fucking a Nickelodeon show after seeing, like, his prior works, which were Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. And I think maybe Squim, That Hurts Me. I can't remember which order stuff came out in, but, like, just, hey, let's give you a kids show. And then just not air the final episodes in Australia, at least. I don't think they aired the final episodes at all, but I know they definitely didn't air it in Australia. It's another one of those examples where I had to, like, go on the internet and download fucking... Alright, 89, we got some... I'm not surprised there's weird reverb on the mic at higher volumes. Don't worry, honey. I'm just a little dead. I get the feeling that's not presenting correctly. Actually, there's a question. I am using Mesen. It should be working fine on Mesen. Maybe... I'll give something a try, because I would like to get this to play properly. You know, I don't want any... Okay. Because apparently the RPG really needs FCE to run. So I might just download that one and give it a try on that. I don't want any of the graphics to look fucked and have that be a result of, like, me not having the right emulator for it. Yeah, like, the PC I used to have as this, like, emulation and, you know, emulation build, I upgraded it. And it helps that I've already got a PSU and a graphics card and shit like that, but, like, the new motherboard, RAM, and chip, because, of course, I had to get new versions of all of those. I couldn't just... I had the best chip that motherboard that was in this was going to do. Outperform all the stuff that was originally in here by miles, and was also the literal cheapest stuff they had at, like, U-Mart. Like, I bought a fan that I didn't need, like a CPU fan that I didn't need, but I think the whole, in total, the thing was like $260. So I'm probably going to get one for the cabinet outside, because it's really unstable. I thought maybe moving it, dusting it, you know, unplugging everything, replugging everything back in might have fixed it up, but it's starting to die. Alright, so we got... Still running Windows 7. The 90s broke brains, because there's this need for iteration, you know, like, oh, okay, we're gonna do, you know, here's the sequel to that. You just don't need to do that, like, you really don't need to do that. But, like, before I buy $26 worth of new fucking computer, I gotta get, like, a good SSD for this thing. Because the hard drives are old, and... I had a bunch of unnecessary crap to how fast things work. Alright, yeah. There we go. This is how shit's supposed to look. I'm glad I did that. That was correct. Good job, Gabriel. Probably... Let's see if I can put the, upper buttons as rapid fire. It should be. Motherfucker. I find this with a lot of old NES games, like, and just old games in general from the 8-bit era, is like, if they just made the little weapony bit slightly larger, like, I'm not saying, you know, all the way over there, but, like, just a little larger. Oh yeah, jump chop, motherfucker. Okay, did that... I'm trying to work out, like, there's a 7 and a 10 up there. Is that enemies, or is that... Like, 'cause I think my health is that little thing on the left. Alright, yeah, that's enemies. Okay, so my health is that little thing on the left. Pocket card. Oh, okay, that's... Okay, that, I think if I kill 10 things, I get, like, some experience or something. Damn it! Candy was in the rock! Jesus, you're supposed to be helping. Alright, that gives me some health, that's good. It's the general thing about code. Old code has been, like, you know, bug-tested to shit. Am I supposed to do anything here, or am I just enjoying this? I think I'm just enjoying this. Alright. Oh, okay, now we're fine. Am I supposed to... I don't think I can hit him. I just gotta, like, kill his little guys. Yeah. Honestly, of the drownouts, the Sims one is one I actually remember, and actually remember enjoying. Oh, my candy! Burger? No, it is a burger. Floor burger. That house doesn't look like it's on the level. Alright, fuck you. Should have gotten those books from there. Damn you, books! It's university all over again. Should save that burger for later. Something's not right. I'm sorry, were those your chairs? Fuck you, chairs. And this is why we use save states, because the old games are hard. They had your money and they didn't care. And I mean hard, not challenging, you know? Oh, fuck you! I want my axe to be bigger. This is bullshit. I'm just gonna save it here because I want it like somewhat. I got you that time, Cher. The cleaver axe has a little bit more up on it than I was expecting. But like... I do have to take it on. Oh, fuck you. Aha! Take that! Stupid little girl. Be garbage of cesspool. I am garbage of cesspool! Oh, that's fantastic. Actually, how are we doing on time? Because yeah, probably have a little... We'll stop this one here, and we'll have a look at, Evil Dead, which is more or less similar, but it does change a fair... Like, you know, the game's the same, but it does, like, alter the, graphics and whatnot. Fun little cover someone made for it. I don't know how much other... Yeah, I might get it to redown, or at least rescan the artwork for that, because I think there is a bit more floating around now. Alright, let's... Probably do that same thing with, FCEUM, because... Fuck 'em! Give or take, it'll probably have the same little graphics glitches if I try to run it with, Mesen. Which is weird! Normally Mesen's very reliable. I don't know why there'd be any kind of problems with, That's Bruce Campbell, alright. Oh yeah, the parental backlash shit. Like, go look at, like, Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive. Actually, you can now that there's the Mortal Kombat Legacy collection. And I don't mean the fucking better arcade edition version that they made. I mean the original fucking Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive, and there was, like, fucking Senate inquiries, and the world flipped out about that. And now nobody cares. Necronomicon stole my wife! Excellent. Where? Ah, there we go. That's why I don't have my fucking turbo. Now we're talking. That even looks a little further, you know? Like, I feel like I get a little bit more range there. No, fun seeing the different, like... We got some Deadites versions of the Blue Zombies. Health beverage replacing the candy. I mean, Jesus, you're supposed to be helping. Absolutely bullshit that you're not. Being very un-Jesus, Jesus. It's funny, too, about the Mortal Kombat shit, because they just kind of, like, they gave up so quickly. It just went away like that. Because, like, Mortal Kombat on the SNES was, like, the Champion Edition that didn't have blood, it just had sweat. At least, I mean, I will say, at least they did go to the effort of, like, putting in new fatalities that were, like, you know, kind of interesting. Like, Sub-Zero has the freeze and shatter, Raiden turns him into a dust skeleton, shit like that. But, like, Mortal Kombat 2 on the SNES, full blood. Didn't have to put in a cheat or anything, it was just there. Like, they went berserk for like a year, and then just boop. Yeah, the recent Evil Dead was good. both of them were actually, like, both of the post, you know, Army of Darkness were good. I'd say the first one after that, I can't remember if they got any subtitles or whatever. It's perhaps a little more serious, but I don't think that's a bad thing. But, like, the most recent one was quite good. It's just, like, a core element of Evil Dead in that, like, particularly 1 and 2 vein, not like the more comedic ones, is just terrible things happening to people who don't deserve it, you know? Like, it's just kind of it's just depressing. It's a bummer. It's a bummer that this is happening to these people. It's not like they did fucking something to warrant it, you know? And this one just says, fuck the stupid copyright issues, we're just gonna make an actual Michael Jackson. I would love to see someone, like, just put, like, a little MIDI version of Thriller in here. Because there has to be a MIDI version of Thriller from at least one of the fucking Mega Drive games. I am a little confused as to why Michael Jackson attacked now. Fuck you. You're just giving me more experience, Michael, you fool! Then it just back to the game. Yeah, like Moonwalker. There's gotta be, like, cause I know the arcade version has like a graveyard stage, so like Moonwalker's gotta be in there somewhere. Destroy the fucking... Ah! I don't know that. Oh. Fuck you! Yeah, you shithead. Like, the arcade game is not so bad, but man, that Mega Drive Moonwalker game has not aged well. Just Michael Jackson checking cupboards for children. It's so easy to make him look like the bad guy in that situation, you know? Just in that game alone. You could just, like, basically edit the fucking, you know, enemies to be, like, police trying to stop him. Just, well... Fuck you, books! Words. Kinda just gotta, like, give it a sec for her to get, like... You know, if she gets low enough, the upper swing of the fucking, you know, chainsaw gets her. Because, like, otherwise she'll sort of, like, just descend on you. Ah! Health drink! Hey! Shithead. It does not want you to get over those fucking... Like, is that just a... Maybe that's like a hard barrier when they're all the way up, you know? I'm not sure what those are meant to be. Cock. I'm not sure what that's meant to be. Alright, what's down there? Oh, there's just things. Well, that's what I get. I can't believe I can hit you twice. Why is that there? Ow. Yeah. Fuck you, knife. We'll call that though. But those are a lot of fun. I do recommend grabbing them. I mean, I really like the Evil Dead one because it, you know, it does add a lot. Time to bust out the old Nintendo 64. I can't believe people make fun of this controller. It's a good controller. Fucking kids. Fucking bullshit. Like, look. It's a D-pad controller, and then it's a thumbstick controller. And it has a trigger button, so you can be like James Bond. And they even did the thing, like, they had, like, your kind of dual stick thing for, like, I think it was Turok 2, where you could, like, look around with the thumbstick and move around with the C buttons. And I actually did give that another try back around 2011, I think. Like, just feeling like, okay, what is that? Is it feasible? You know, because I remember at the time just being like, that's madness and I don't understand it. And I think I did manage to sort of like, okay, yeah, I can get it to work. It's a little odd, like, at first, and I feel like if there were some sensitivity things that you could probably fiddle with, it might be a bit better, but like... The Virtual Boy has a 2D pad controller. For reasons. Alright, so... Diddy Kong Racing, which I had for the Nintendo 64 and did really enjoy. I actually probably enjoyed it more than Mario Kart because it has like a whole story mode and also different vehicles, which is kind of cool. I did not know there was a Dance Dance Revolution for the 64. That just doesn't feel right. Nintendo 64 fighting games. I vaguely remember renting and actually enjoying Dark Rift, so... I vaguely remember renting and slightly enjoying Deadly Arts. Alright, so I'll play the original version first. And even then, I'm pretty sure, because Mupen won't drop frames, like, I'm pretty sure there is a way to get it. Like, this game would slow the fuck down. Like, it would run poorly. And boy, you just had to do it. Like, at the time, you were just impressed something was happening in 3D, really. You know? Like, we used to play 4-player fucking GoldenEye. You know? And it struggled to run GoldenEye 1 player. Okay. Is it still detecting the... good, okay. Look, Conker's back and he's still cute. And the rest. Oh yeah, Banjo. The music does change. I don't know who half of these characters are. Like, I don't recognize Tony the Tiger there, the mouse. He looks vaguely familiar. I was gonna be Conker. Why not?
Conker! Hey, it's TikTok! Hey, it's TikTok! Hey, it's...
I'm Banjo. Hello. I'm Banjo. I'm Banjo.
My name's Bumper. Oh. I'm Diddy. Whoa!
Diddy speaking is weird. Like, I'm sure it's probably happened, and I know there was the show and shit, but like, I didn't watch any of that, so...
My name's Crunch. My name's Crunch.
So, like, it had an adventure game, you know? Which really did help, you know, give it a bit more replay value than the purely sort of competitive Mario Kart. Whiz pig. I don't have the 8-bit Nintendo 64 controller, this is an actual Nintendo one. But I managed to get on fucking Gumtree for...
I am the genie of the island. I'm here to help
price. You know, like, the guy was selling it on Gumtree just because he didn't want it, not because he'd, like, fucking tried to scalp it. Which is a miracle. The 8-bit does work well, though. Like, I have it downstairs. I was struggling to get the rumble to work properly. Chalk and sick doughies! So... So, kind of need, like, you know, it's like Mario 64, except balloons and racing. Which I will accept doesn't make a whole huge amount of sense, but, like, still, you know. It did add something to it. So, like, this will be running... Actually, I wonder if there's a way to display the frame rate in this. Alright. Oh, no, I'm gonna stay. Okay. There we go. I swear it was in the bottom left corner when it was like, alright, yeah, it's down there now, but then I make it full screen and it goes away. Maybe it's being covered. Oh yeah, there it is. They kind of run it slightly off. But yeah, so as you'll see, it's like, you know, around 20. Sometimes it, you know, gets up to 30. I mean, having this, like, this movement's pretty good at keeping it 19. It was just nice playing something that was 3D. I'm not sure if the characters make any difference. 19, like, drops down to like 19. It's just, fuck you! Alright, that did not have enough power to get me out of that. So anyway, that blows. Conker being a cute mascot's such a funny... Cause yeah, that was my experience of Conker. Like, I think he had a SNES game or some shit. Like, okay, let's just double check that. I think there was like a Game Boy Color game, or it might have been a Game Boy Advance game, I can't remember. Alright, no, that's a romhack, so that's not... I think there is a decompile of Diddy Kong being done, I'm not quite sure. Game Boy game. Was there a Game Boy Color game though? I'm kind of curious now. I swear I've seen him. Oh yeah, it's Conker's Pocket Tales. I mean, I don't remember that. I swear I remember seeing like a side-on 2D one, but in color. I might be mixing that up with something. Like, I gotta be mixing that up with something. Was it like a different name? Like that Conker had on the SNES? I swear he had a SNES game. Someone look that up. Find me all the fucking... all the Conkers. Because this is gonna drive me insane otherwise. Alright. But yeah, and then there was like Conker's Bad Fur Day for fucking the 64. Which... is a great game for a lot of reasons. But like... because I mean, it is just a well-made game. But it's also, like, weirdly intertextual for the period, you know?
A frying pan.
And when they could do the fucking audio compression on the 64 so they could put speech in. Yeah, there we go. Like, my brother and I played so much of the multiplayer of Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, not Diddy Kong, fucking Conker. Alright, so... there have been some unstable sort of romhacks of Diddy Kong that would have it run at 60 FPS. This one is deemed stable by the people making it, and I haven't had any issues, so... As you can see, like,
Diddy Kong racing!
every now and then you'll get some, like, you know, faintly perceived drops down a bit. I think some of the menus are, like, stuck, but, like... Didn't I have a save game? Oh, yeah, see the characters, right?
Diddy Kong racing!
And this ROM hack has some like extra options and things. So fancy ideas together.
Diddy Kong racing! I'm Chi-Chi. Whoa! I'm Chi-Chi. Whoa!
I'm drumstick.
What?
I'm drumstick. I'm drumstick.
Man, they did not do drumstick any favors.
I'm Diddy!
Like, I must have seen like a, you know, did it get far enough along to get like the fucking, you know, some like screenshots or something? 'Cause I swear I've seen like a, I'm gonna have to look that up later, it's gonna fucking do my head in. But yeah, now, you know, oh, I got a free bullet. So yeah, this is the same game I had from like
Final domain.
yeah, so there's a... In order to get everything, you've kind of got to redo stages. I'm pretty sure you got to do them in reverse. It's tricky to get all the bits and bobs.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, so you got like...
Select your vehicle. Abracadabra.
Like this game, let you be a plane!
Can I help you further? Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, and then you had an island to explore, and this was cool! Like...
Snowflake mouth.
One thing, like, so this game will have boss fights, which is basically you have to do, like, a specialized race against, like, just a big dinosaur or a big sort of villain character. And they cheat. Like, 'cause it'll be counting down for when you have to go, and exploit, like, it's not like a suspected thing. No, the game, like, just goes, these guys are cheaters. And, like, they'll just take off before you. Hit that. Bullshit.
Everfrost Peak. Get ready! Go!
So you'll see, like, little speed up things on the ground, like they let you up. Sometimes there'll be stages, like, with different sort of vehicles and stuff, so the stages stuff out of them. And one thing I like in this is if you get the same color power-up 3 times, like, you get upgraded versions of that power-up, which is neat. Pretty sure it came back for the Sonic racing games. And I actually quite like it. I think a lot of these little garbage. I mean, I get that, like, Nintendo are never gonna do it, that's fine. I'm not gonna yell at them because it's one of those things that I think adds, you know, a genuine bit of fun strategy games. The story of, like, how Ganesh, like, you know, because all the, you know, mythological trouble with the wife, so he's like, and then just chucks like an elephant head on him. Which is just... It's insane, but at the same time, like, completely, like, you can really identify with I don't want to get yelled at. Accidentally beheaded the kid. Wife's gonna be home in like 5 seconds. Fuck. Alright, kid's got an elephant head now. You know how kids are. So much of the little sound bites in this game are like just fucking burnt into my head. I don't think I ever got everything in this game, and I remember trying. I think I got, like, the last fucking race against, like, fucking Rizpit is bullshit.
Whoa, nice pound.
I mean, I don't know. I don't change the fucking, like... You know, I make a point of not changing the fucking volume settings. Turn the desktop audio down a couple of notches.
Get ready! Go!
Oh, for some reason. I think this is a barrier. Fuck. Now I gotta remember, like, car driving, which is harder than playing for some reason. Also, I'm not sure if there's, like, a serious advantage to drift in this. Like, aside from maybe not, like, impacting... Fuck you. Speed, yeah, I don't think you get like boost right now. Alright, well, I just fuck. The problem is everything has its own like audio output. Like there is like Retroarch has its audio output, Mupen has its audio output. Everything goes through 4 different fucking things before it gets even to the fucking stream. So trying to get it to like normalize across that many fucking things, and like sometimes games will be quiet or louder. Yeah, cock shit, fuck ass. Eat shit, clock. Cox! Triple Cox. Nah, fuck it. That's just me being fucking shit-ass. But, yeah. That... I'd honestly put that in the category of worth playing, just cause... It is fun, it does work. The drift is a bit, like, fucking weird and loose for me, but... You know, I always preferred the inner drift. And now Nintendo took that away, because... they're a mob of stupid cunts. Just, it makes Mario Kart World completely unplayable. You know, like, I'm happy if you're enjoying it. And it's that thing of like, I'm not saying every cart needs to have inner drift, but like, you know, part of the fun of different carts is they handle differently and do different things. So why would you take that away? You know, that was a decision. They're like, no more inner drift. Alright. More fucking little card games should have an adventure game component, though. I am, like, quite set on that as an idea. You know?
Diddy Kong racing.
Look at that so much. Yeah, like, I know this had, like, a re-release on the 3DS. I don't think I ever played the 3DS version. I'm pretty sure there is a decompile of this plugging along. But, like, the decompiles are in that category where I don't, like, I kind of explicitly don't pay too much close attention to it. Because I don't want to just be, like, real excited and then have it, like, you know, not manifest. It's just like, if I just sit still, eventually I'll, you know, it'll be like, hey, this is finished and it's better. And that'll be nice. Whereas if I sit, you know, like, watched code never decompiles. Just fucking just let it take its time. I wouldn't mind, yeah, having a look at the new Sonic. Because I really like Transformed. It has, a better sense of speed and actual racing than, like, the Mario Karts, which I do appreciate, and I think gives it, like, a whatever that shit's called, you know, sense of distinct personality, as opposed to just like, oh, look at this Mario Kart knockoff. It's just so funny that, like, anything fits as a kart racer, and the less it should, the more it does. Like, it just, I don't... That's such a culturally fascinating thing that, like, you just, alright, yeah, kart racer, why not? Because there was, you know, that's something I've been looking... I gotta download the, which one was it? One of the PS2 era Mortal Kombats had a kart racer. I can't remember which one it was. I don't think it wasn't Deadly Alliance, because that was the first one. And one of them had chess combat and one of them had kart combat. And I feel like they're leaving money on the table not releasing kart combat by itself. You know, like, I'd probably look at that. Yeah, I've got Bloodborne kart. Nightmare Race as it is now. Although I do wish there was, like, a little mod sitting around somewhere to make a Bloodborne kart again. Because I just found that very, very funny. But, like, Nightmare Races is quite good. Yeah, was it Crossworlds or something? I worry a little bit about the Sonic races because they would... I mean, as much as I do complain about, like, the stupid decisions Nintendo makes, I feel like, you know, you can buy a Mario Kart without having to think, okay, what shit-ass monetization crap is going to be in here? Like, am I going to have to worry about, like, you know, buying cards or something? Like, is it, you know... I get the edges of that whenever I see pictures of, like, stuff to do with, the Sonic racing games. Where just they're going to try and make some new, you know, interaction point, and then that'll get monetized, or just, even just having fuckloads of fiddly bullshit. Like, I'm good with some, like, you know, the different wheels, different carts, different races and stuff, like, that's all good, but... Yeah, was it Armageddon? Probably Armageddon. Actually, it must be Armageddon, because Armageddon's the one I tend to never actually bother downloading or playing, because it has, like, every character from that 3D run, but it also has the completely fucking terrible build a fatality system, which is stupid, and was a stupid decision, and just spoils any sense of, you know, character. Just come up with fucking fatalities for your fucking characters, you losers! Just chuck a pile of fucking shit down in front of me and go, yeah, you do it. Well, there's also, like, you know, there's stuff that's, like, not, even if it's not monetized, it just feels like it is, you know, like the gear system in like Mortal Kombat 11 where it's just, here's 400 piles of vaguely similar crap. It's like, this isn't doing what you think it's doing. This isn't making customizable carts. It's just litter. Like, terrifying backlash is the only thing they understand. And it's annoying that it is that way. You'd think just basic reason. You'd think it'd be okay to make a game that just makes some money. You know? Trying to make everything, you know, into the next fucking money spigot just ruins it. Because we've seen enough attempts by people who, you know, if it were purely a matter of just throwing money at the problem, would have solved it. We've seen attempts, we've seen them fail, and so maybe, you know, maybe there are elements of this you can't control, you know? Maybe it requires us a degree of creativity that you just don't have because it's alien to the way your fucking pea-brain thinks. Like reading the shit about Amazon trying to topple Steam. Just like, turns out, you know, we couldn't just put a sign up and have people blunder in, like a bunch of baffled cattle. Like, how much were you paid to figure that out? I mean, it's like, you know, bare minimum. Like, at least don't launch your Steam rival with the problems Steam had 20 years ago. Because that's written down. You can just go see that. You can go, okay, what's all the things that Steam did wrong? What were all the complaints? Let's release something that just, like, skips all of that. Seems simple to, it seems simple to me. Well, there are challenges. No, there aren't. Someone else did it. You seem to have infinite money, so... I mean, I can't do it personally because I can't afford to. No, that's my hitch. Again, it's that 90... No one's prepared for a period of plateau. You know? Everything changed on like a yearly basis for the fucking 90s and really up until around the 2010s. So it was like 20 years of just like, alright, here's this new thing and it's cool and everyone's gonna want it. And it's like, well, you know, now we're sort of steadying on. It's like, there's kind of a limit to how people want to interact with their computer and what they want it to do, and they don't need a chip, like the most modern chip in the world to do that. Like, my mom's computer's like, the chip in it's like fucking getting close to like 12 years old, and it runs well, you know. It's not slow by any stretch of the imagination, and the fact is she looks at internet pages and stuff, that's about it. She doesn't want to go into a virtual universe that requires, like, VR and a chip that can run that. That's more or less it. You're not gonna, you know, this is a losing fight. Just... You can have a profitable company that makes games that are fun that people buy. And they don't have to, again, depending on how big your company is, it doesn't have to sell huge amounts. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to be the next fucking Expedition 33 or whatever. You can, you know, just be happy with a company that makes some money and makes some games. But, I mean, that's why the indie area is, you know, fun these days. Actual... And look, the good thing about a period of plateau is that's where the actual, like, you know, creativity and skill starts to get rewarded, because all the stuff's there. You know, the tools are there. No one's inventing graphics too. A game, you know, a game from 2015 looks really good still. If you make a game with 10-year-old graphics now, that's going to be a pretty good looking game. So you can do that, and then just for, you know, cheap, and then have like your creative ideas in there, or just well executed ideas. You know, that's an option too. You can take some of the things that were done poorly and redo them, and do them in a way that doesn't suck ass, and your game will probably sell. And then, you know, God help you if you draw the eye of the venture capitalist. Alright, well, I don't know, go play some weird indie shit. Apparently there's like an entire game's worth of content added to Look Outside. I do recommend Look Outside if you're into RPGs. I don't know if I'll probably wait until the game's finished, until the creator's like, alright, I'm done, before I play it again. But like, I did have a lot of fun playing that game while there was still a lot of active work being done on it, so you'd go away and you'd come back and there'd been an update that added like a bunch of extra shit. And because of the nature of the game, that's a very fun way of going, huh, is someone editing reality around me, or was this always like this? Which fits the fucking game. Yeah, like, I'm happy if someone thinks something up in between, but I just don't know what they're gonna add to games, you know, in that sort of means of interaction that isn't just some kind of fucking brain interface, because VR is a lot of fun, and if it gets, like, cheaper and a little easier, like yeah, I will say the Steam VR thing does look really cool. I don't know if I'll spend $1,000 on it or whatever, but it seems to solve a lot of the fiddlier problems that, like, you know, some of those earlier VR setups had. And that, you know, that does look kind of cool. And there is, again, there is shit that I played in the VR that was loads of fun and really only works, you know, the VR was part of that fun. Like, playing Star Wars Squadrons with, like, the fucking HOTAS and the fucking VR headset on where you can fucking look around and see shit, that was fun. I think VR works fantastically for anything where you're in a cockpit or a chair, because you're already in a cockpit and a chair. But I mean, that, you got the fucking head, you know, sound blaring, fucking shit's going around, you got to actually look so you can see where shit is. That was an experience that was magnified a lot by having a VR headset. And if I could maybe get one secondhand or some shit, I'd definitely consider getting that if my capacity to afford it was a lot closer to meeting. But I mean, aside from that, you know, I mean, I know they invented jerk-off robots, but those things look scary, man. I don't know. Still not close enough. Subnautica VR was a little wild, because, like, it would, especially if you dropped, like, the brain would just go, "Ugh," and it, like, that's the closest I've come to feeling like dizzy and falling over in, like, VR. You know, because I can do the fucking balance beam and shit. Like, I've played all those little, you know, bits and those little novelty titles and stuff, but, like, there was one time I remember playing Subnautica where it was like, I went off the edge of something while I was looking down, and my brain was just touch the ground immediately. Something's amiss. Is the price for that fucking Steam VR thing? Because I know it's gonna suck. Like, it'll... What's it called? Frame. Okay. Not the index. Yeah, like, I don't have Amber's weird fear of, like, you know, underwater machinery and shit. But giant things? Yeah. But again, I don't... Like, that's not a phobia, you know? If you put someone in an environment that's not theirs, like the water, and just tell them that there are giant mouths around, there's a thing in here that's afraid of that for reasons, you know? Because you might go in the giant mouth. Fucking don't want that. I don't want to be it. Yes, the water's just mouths, man. And we swim because a lot of the mouths are smaller than us. And some of the bigger mouths don't even really want to eat us, you know? Like the whale shark doesn't want to, whales don't really want to eat us, you know? If the orca wanted to eat people, we'd know. Like, we'd fucking know. That would be... You know, they're just smashing those fucking sailboats for fun. They're a worryingly intelligent entity. Alright. Apparently there's another update for ECW on the way. I might have a look at that on Wrestling Wednesday if it pops out. There's also a Day of Reckoning 2 roster expansion. If those coincide, I might do those on Wednesday, just because, I mean, like, Day of Reckoning, the GameCube kind of, because there was that speciation. The PS2 got the SmackDowns and GameCube got the, you know, kind of a separate series, which isn't bad. Like, there are some quirks to it that I don't like and things that I, you know, could have been fixed and changed, etc., but, like, you know, it was definitely like a, like, particularly by Day of Reckoning 2, it kind of really gotten a lot to sort of come together. So, like, a roster expansion will be fun. So if those are both out, I might do that. Otherwise, I've run Resident Evil 2 Dead Aim in here before. I'll probably double check just to make sure the light gun still works. I'll see how I go using the light gun. Like, it might be one of those situations where it's just a lot easier to play with, like, a, you know, controller and crosshair, if that's... I'm pretty sure that's possible. Either way, I've definitely played it with the light gun. Like, I have played that, so... I'll check that before Friday, because I would like to make sure it works. There's also a rather nifty new fork of touch mode called gun mode, which is a slightly easier version than the German program Lichtnara. Like, I'm not going to struggle to pronounce it. That lets the Wiimotes use a 4-point IR system and actually have line of sight aim, which I hope really takes off, because light guns can be fiddly to get. Wiimotes are everywhere. The planet is a plague of Wiimotes. You want a Wiimote? Easy. Bucket of them for $5 down at most, like, fucking secondhand stores. So that's one of those things that I think would really help the light gun scene. And there are those shells from everywhere. I got, like, the Big Game Hunter shell for the Wiimote downstairs, and it has, like, a pump thing that uses one of the buttons. That's really cool. I might dig that out, actually, because I might fiddle about. That might come in handy for whatever that thing's called. Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. Alright. So that'll be that. Maybe a Wrestling Wednesday if the ECW version comes out by then. And the PlayStation 2 light gun version of Resident Evil, which will be interesting at least. Alright. So I'll see you then, and until then, entertain yourselves.